classroom for review, in case you need it. But first things first, you're going to have to record yourself. Here are some important things to remember. First and foremost, make sure you've got a dividing line that you are not going to cross. It's really important to have a division. So in this case, I'm going to record myself. Sorry for the bad quality on this camera, but my computer does not have the best camera. So in this imaginary one, I'm going to actually position my computer a little bit more to the center. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the line between my door and this background as my dividing line. So you make a film of yourself. Someone let me know when 10 seconds have passed. And then act like you're talking to yourself or act like you're interacting with yourself in some way. Look at stuff, do things. Was that a picture? Oh, I need a camera. Let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. So, look like you're interacting with yourself. Lean in, do things like that. Look towards your other side. Blah, blah, blah. Is it 10 seconds yet?
No.
Anyone?
Yeah, no.
Now, okay. Second thing, by the way, did I ever cross that line, by the way? No, perfect. It's hard to tell. This is why you need a partner. I'm going to go on the other side now. Filming. So now act like you're talking to yourself. Act like you're doing things. Is it 10 seconds yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got two 10-second clips, or 14-second clips. Once I've got the clips, again, remember, two important things. 1, make sure you've got your dividing line. 2, make sure you don't cross that line. 3, make sure you do not move the camera. That last one's super important. If you move your camera at all, it kind of ruins the effect. Let me drag these really quickly into iMovie. So now I've got my two films. Notice I've stacked them on top of each other, very similar to what we've done in green screen. So take your films, put them on top of each other. You'll notice you're not going to see both things at the same time. To make things appear, go up to the top, select your top film, and you're going to do green blue screen. You'll notice it does this weird kind of effect. What you want to do is pull the notches over. And you'll notice I can now argue with myself. I look so much bigger on the right. What happened? Oh, I see. Man, I look like I'm talking to my younger, smaller self. So, one thing, timing's really important. You'll notice this doesn't quite work because my hand motions aren't lined up. But today's just a proof of concept. All I want from you today is a clip where you are interacting with yourself in some way. At the very basic, it looks like I'm looking at myself. It makes it, and I look like I'm arguing with myself. Well, that's really ridiculous looking, actually. Again, I look so tiny on the left. So, things that you might want to note. 1, note where you're standing, because unless you want it to look like where it's with me, I didn't mark where I was standing, so you'll notice 1 is made closer and therefore looks a lot larger. So 1. So let's write down your things you need to do. Make an imaginary line. In the school, that's really easy. Usually pick a tile you're not going to cross. Two, don't cross it. Three. All right, don't move the camera. That's really important. So don't move the camera, because that will break the effect. Notice, I don't have to do a lot of work because my camera hasn't been moved. I don't have to fix the background because my camera hasn't been moved. That's really, really important. When you are in groups, I only have 4 tripods. 3 tripods? No, 4 tripods. today. So four groups can use them. If you don't have a tripod, you're going to want to try and find a way to prop your camera. So you can use books to prop your camera up. You can use other objects to prop your camera up. If you have one of those, what's the little thing on the back? We don't have selfie sticks. What's it? Pop? What? Pop sockets. If you have a pop socket, you can use that to prop it up. It's really important that you don't move the camera. Even if you have your camera person, if you have a camera person holding it, there are slight movements that people do naturally that aren't going to line up. It's going to be a weird kind of feel because no matter how still we try to hold ourselves, we're human, we're living creatures, we're not statues. There's going to be tiny movements that are going to throw this off. So you really, really, really want to prop it up or use a tripod. So make imaginary line, don't cross it, don't move the camera. So those are the three basic things you want to do. Right, mark your spot. And that's something we saw in this film. I was standing way closer to the camera. Therefore, I'm so much taller. It's like a giant monitor. So if you don't want that effect, mark your spot so that you know that you're across from each other. Questions, comments, confusions? Okay, I'm going to start loading this video up.